Get in, nerds. We're playing Victoria 3. It's time to freaking fight Switzerland. Actually, it's not quite time yet. We're getting very close, though. In another, month or two, it's going to be time to fight Switzerland. Oh my gosh, Prussia, you have to get it together. You can't keep having these civil wars. There's Genicol. That's what we want. So that's going to increase our naval power projection significantly, I think. Can we make these publicly traded and make them more protected? No, we cannot. Again, I just want to be as low infamy as possible. I think infamy goes down on a monthly basis. Just watching the... Yep, it's a month turnover thing. Okay. So we're going to wait a couple of more months. And then we're gonna grab Switzerland. Hopefully we'll get restricted child labor going. Either you have anyone on your side still? Okay, Netherlands sides with Radical Prussia, two sisters with Prussia, and we're stalled. That's very sad. Radical Prussia wants to give us an obligation. What's going on with you, Radical Prussia? Universal Suffrage Parliamentary Republic. I'm still not impressed. I'm gonna continue to allow Prussia to simply wallow in its own suffering for the moment. Once August finishes, we'll declare our own war. And everything will be going so sideways in Prussia that no one will come and bother us. That's my hope. All right. And here we go. Switzerland. Time to get eaten. Switzerland has a maximum of 72 battalions. I'm just going to send my main general plus a few side generals to deal with this, and hopefully it won't end up being that much of an issue. They've got Baden on their side, so we'll grab one more general. Get going with that stuff, actually. And more because of the weird fronts issues that we've had in the past. Switzerland is fearful. Nobody seems really interested in stopping this from happening. Baden is damaging relations, but I'm not too worried about that. I can't really... I could puppet Baden, but I don't want to do that. I don't need Baden as a puppet right now. Prussia's begun embargoing us. That's not that much of an issue. We're at 27.7 infamy. I believe it will be the same amount of infamy when we annex Switzerland in 5 years, but for now, we're not necessarily having to worry about this. As you can see, our finances have been significantly affected by... Oh no, Württemberg. Friends, what will I do? How can France stand before the might of Württemberg? Yeah, not too worried about it. Steel mills continuing to go in Algiers, but we do have our naval bases getting built now. This is very good. Get those shipyards built. Gosh, we need more logging. I had no idea this logging situation was going to be so extensive. I think we're going to fill out all of the logging we can do in North Africa as well, since we're developing that area already. And we'll do the same for our other colonies. Actually, don't have any labor available in Kenya, so we won't worry about that. there. We're actually spending a good chunk of this budget on literally on construction, so I'm not too worried about that. Investment pool's way down, but it's only going down slowly at this point, so I'm actually feeling very good about where we are financially. As our economy continues to increase, I think this number will be positive pretty soon. Again, nobody seems interested in... Hey, there's restricted child labor. In fighting us on... Let's quickly deal with this. I want to get better education. Education level, we have public schools. Alright, cool. Again, nobody seems interested in fighting us on this except for, again, Württemberg. So I think we can just go ahead and leave ourselves at the level of mobilization we're currently at. There's a state religion movement. That's an interesting animal. I'm definitely going to not be indulging in that for now. So I think once that gets done... I'm gonna mobilize one more general. Again, this is just trying to not be at a bad point here with these weird fronts, because these fronts are likely to get very silly very, very quickly. In fact, now that our man Kavri has served his purpose, I'm inclined to exile him. Might bring him back later, once the time has come. Where are we with human rights? Oh, we're getting there. See, if only he were not a state religion enjoyer. Questionable practices. Released patients from the Paris asylum have steadily denounced the practices involved in their supposedly medical treatments. Mistreatment of the sick, withholding of personal letters, and disproportionate punishments were among the charges. They would make us sit in a chair for hours, if not the whole day, in silence. We couldn't talk to any other patient, not even read a book. They would only excuse us to go to the restroom, if we were lucky. Otherwise, it was just a rusty chamber pot, no food, no water. If we were not sick, when we were admitted, then we would be within just a few days. Their judgment cannot be trusted. This makes the Catholic Church mad. We need to entirely revise how those asylums work. This costs a bunch of cash, but it increases standard of living in Ile-de-France. Or the Catholic Church can take over the asylum system. This gives us a bureaucracy debuff. But this one costs just a pile of money. I'm going to go with this one. I don't care about the Catholic Church right now. Dual promotion. The armed forces demand the promotion of Brigadier General Pierre Signot, touting his history of loyal and effective service. So many medals adorned his jacket that one could scarcely see the fabric beneath, but it was not yet enough. Chest puffed out with pride, the general smiled as he imagined the look on Bazain's face when the general learned of his imminent ascension. The rivalry was legendary among the officers. At last he would have his due. I'm going to do this. I'm happy to have the armed forces be happy with me. And that should keep their ability active. In the case of some little hiccups in our everything. Cool. Ironclad production continues at a good clip. That's very good. It's going to matter a lot when we get up to monitor. So we're also doing self-propelled torpedo. That enables torpedo boats, which is a convoy raiding method that costs a bunch of extra ammunition. So between the two of these, we're making our navies much more powerful, but also much more expensive to maintain. What else is in the construction queue? Just a bunch of logging camps. Interesting. Logging is truly astoundingly off-kilter right now. I'm thinking about, well, hardwood's really expensive too, so I don't need to necessarily alter that. Wine is also getting quite expensive, so I'm going to go ahead and Grab all of our farms that are producing fruit instead of wine and switch those over to wine production. That should help the wine market very good. See, this is what I mean here. Now we got a front with nobody on it. Let's grab this guy and put him on this front. Cool. And just to help balance that out, we'll grab another guy from the main front and put him there as well. Go ahead and check that. 220, I need to get their war support down another 142 before they'll be willing to accept peace terms. But that's okay, I feel extremely confident in my capacity to win these battles. And with our great bicycle infantry recon, we should be more than capable of conquering all of Switzerland, Württemberg, and Baden without a problem. Infamy's already back down to reputable. That's very good. How much is it going to take to conquer some states in the Netherlands? Puppeting the Netherlands is going to not be viable. We're going to need to steal states one by one. No claim. Oh, come on. 32.5 to conquer Holland. 4.5 to grab Ghana, 6.4 to grab Guyana, 29.4 to grab Friesland, 29 to grab Gelre. That's a lot. I might just go ahead and steal all their colonial holdings all at once in a small war and then see how things go after that. Because that might put them into a place where I can kind of puppet them without going way over. And the colonial territories altogether are only about 25 infamy. So I'm pretty confident about that. Dang it. Stop making new colonial holdings, Netherlands. Cut that out. Well, we're getting human rights spread to us, so hopefully he'll change tack once we have human rights available. We have increased our naval power significantly. So where are we for power projection now? Our power projection has not gone up that much. 464 naval power projection. Great Britain has 1,343. Gosh. 308. That's curious. I wonder why their power projection is so much higher than us, or their prestige from power projection is so much higher than ours. I don't like it. I want to be the big power. Continuing to chip away at their war support. I think I can get this war done by the end of the year. I think that'll be fine. How are we doing with turmoil in these areas? 16.5 in Oran, 16.6 in Algiers, 11.8 in Constantine. How are we with population? 1/5% French, 0% French, 1.37% French. Are these places lower percentage French than they were before? Baden is bailed. No, we're still at 0.5%. I don't know how well this project is going to go. Not really sure what the AI sort of intends to be the main method of accomplishing this, but Let's see. Oh gosh, our armies are isolated over here in Württemberg. This is weird. What a curious situation. What's Württemberg's war support look like? How do I tell? It's here. They're at -14, so they should be leaving pretty soon. What a curious thing. How fast is Switzerland going down? Alright, so Württemberg is out of the war. All our units have successfully redeployed to the main front. Switzerland is losing war support at a rate of 7 per week. I think we've run out our construction queue. We've run out our construction queue. So, what do we want to build next? We still need just tons and tons of logging. So let's go ahead and build some more of that. Let's see. Wow, we don't have as much labor available as I thought we were gonna have. We had so much unemployment and such high peasant populations for so long that I'm a little bit blown away, actually, to be completely honest. We're going to need to start automating. This is wild. Okay, anyway, we can't use wood. We're going to need more coal mines. Well, let's start. Where are we with coal? Start at the top. Start at the top and go down. We need more dyes. That's something we'll need to get working on. Am I crazy? I just missed coal? Is that what happened? It's here. We do need a lot of coal. Okay, so we need a lot of coal and a lot of dyes. So, where can we get coal? French Low Countries has tons of labor available, but very little infrastructure. This is something to build in the Rhine area. They got a state spirit for that. On the other hand, Inner Morocco's got a lot of labor and infrastructure available, so I think that's where we're going to go. We're going to go to a bunch of Africa, actually, for coal mining. No, actually, we don't have a lot. We don't have all that many places we can do a bunch of coal mining. Plain Sahara. Plain Timbuktu, Plain Niger. And then we need dye plantations. Just put them all on Windward Coast. And a few more in the Niger Delta. And then I think we'll do another railway expansion in France. Put us in speed 1 here. Alright. That should do. Switzerland, you're coming with me. So, I'm going to improve relations because they're... Oh, they're loyal. That's rad. I don't need to improve relations. So... When I annex them, that's going to be 11.6 infamy. Oh, excellent. So that's going to be easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. We're already down to 21.9 infamy. So that should be just fine. And we got the war done before the end of the year. I'm going to go ahead and manually finish human rights. So after that, it's the naval techs, then army techs. Monitor, self-propelled torpedo, military statistics. I'm going to finish out hand-cranked machine gun if it's not done already. And then it's going to be all army techs all the time. Very good. So human rights should finish out shortly. Revolution in Norway. Interesting. Khalid al-Hiraki. How's my paper market? I haven't had a problem with that all game. Yeah, it's doing just fine. I figured I would check there. Let's do a little bit of industrial automation, shall we? Let's do rail transport for mines. That'll also have the advantage of building up a stronger market for transportation, which will help our railways be more productive. And they just become more productive. That's very good. Does it give us some unemployment? Not much. Cool. How is our tooling market? Tooling market's pretty good. Let's go ahead and automate some industries. Very good. Oil in the West Indies. Very nice. So, where are we with transit? Vacuum canning. Oh, that's actually something we need to go ahead and do. That will dramatically... I'll take a bunch of oil. How much whaling have we got? There's human rights. Very good. Can we do more whaling? We can, but only a little. I'm going to go ahead and queue those up. And on top of that, I'm going to put them at the top of the queue. So, let's go ahead and grab some of our biggest food industries, and we'll put those into vacuum canning. So now we're short on oil, but our whaling industry should be able to make up for that shortfall pretty shortly, and if not immediately, then the new whaling stations that we're building should be able to cover that in good time. Where are they? We're getting 50% more. Okay, so we get 40 oil per whaling station, so at 12 whaling stations, that's going to be 480 total oil. If we convert over all of our food industries, we're going to need like 400, so that'll be just fine then. Except for the one in Constantine can't afford to operate, which is interesting. Do you not have sufficient market access? No, you're good. You're short on tax capacity, though. Oh, boy. Caught returning. Returning from his time abroad to evade prison, Louis Charles Delescluze was caught trying to re-enter the French Empire. Saint-Pélagie, Belle-Île, and Carte. The threats of ever more degrading and hostile prisons mounted, and whispers of this new Devil's Island somewhere in Guyane sound as terrible as the name promises. Delescluze could have stayed away, but the People's Revolution cannot wait. What are you? You're a radical? You're with the intelligentsia. Now, arrest him again, hiding in another country is not true exile. That makes the intelligentsia mad, or he spent his sentence somewhere not here, let him be. Academics get mad. He'll take over the intelligentsia to turn them into a radical group. That'll line them up with the Democratic Alliance, which I do not want. So, we're gonna arrest him again. Get out. With that having been said, it is the end of 1875. We are now halfway through the game. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun. And I'll see you all on the other side.